In the world of economics, demand is constantly in motion. It's never static or fixed, despite how neatly it may appear in textbooks. Demand curves, which show the relationship between price and the quantity demanded, only stay still in theory. In reality, these curves shift frequently as a result of factors other than price. But what exactly causes these shifts? Let's explore this by looking at how changes in variables, other than the price of a good, can alter demand. Imagine a time during the booming economy of the 1990s in the United States. As the average income of Americans rises sharply, the demand for automobiles begins to shift. The income effect plays a key role here. As people earn more, they are able to spend more on goods like cars. For example, if incomes rise by 10%, the quantity of cars demanded at a price of $10,000 might increase from 10 million units to 12 million units. This isn't a change in the price of automobiles, but in the quantity demanded at each price point. The demand curve shifts to the right, meaning that at every price, more cars are being demanded than before. This is an increase in demand driven by factors outside the price of the product itself, specifically rising incomes. Now let's test this idea with some other scenarios. Suppose there's a warm winter, a season with unusually mild temperatures. What happens to the demand for heating oil? You'd likely guess that the demand for heating oil would shift leftward as fewer people need to buy heating oil when the temperatures are not as cold. In this case, a non-price factor, the weather causes a decrease in demand. Next, imagine a shift in cultural trends. What happens if young people lose interest in baseball and start following basketball instead? The demand for baseball tickets would likely drop. As fewer people are interested in baseball, fewer tickets are purchased at any given price. This represents a leftward shift in the demand curve for baseball tickets. Now let's consider the fall in the price of personal computers. With computers becoming cheaper, people may no longer see the need for typewriters. As a result, demand for typewriters would likely decrease, causing a leftward shift in its demand curve. The cheaper price of one good, computers, makes the other good, typewriters, less desirable. Finally, imagine a scenario where wages for blue-collar jobs are falling while salaries for college-educated workers are rising rapidly. The demand for college education would likely increase as more people see the potential financial benefits of a degree. With the growing gap between blue-collar and college-educated salaries, more people might be motivated to pursue higher education, shifting the demand curve for college education rightward. All of these examples illustrate that the demand curve is not just influenced by price. Non-price factors such as income, weather, cultural preferences, and the availability of substitutes play crucial roles in determining demand. When these factors change, the demand curve shifts either rightward, increase in demand, or leftward, decrease in demand. Understanding these shifts is essential because they show how complex and dynamic real-world markets are. In summary, while price is a central driver of demand, other variables, like income, weather, trends, and related goods, can have just as powerful an impact, causing the demand curve to shift in various directions. The key takeaway is that the demand curve is a fluid representation, changing as external factors shape consumer behavior and market conditions.